This is a road literally nobody asked for, but now that it's here, it's a real paradise for a lot of people. We have about an inch left on the right side and left side. Most of the tire has been used, and the same goes on the front wheel as well. Hello everyone, I hope all of you are doing great. We are actually in the middle of a ride. Yes, after the tire change, we have stepped out for breaking in our tires, and I have completed the first 150 kilometers. We are here in Penukonda, and while we are here, I thought why not take a moment and address some of those queries many of you have been getting in touch with me for. It's been about a year since we have picked up our Ninja 1100 SX, and the journey has been amazing so far. I can't get it out by words. I'm trying my best, but it's been a beautiful experience. In the meantime, I have installed a couple of accessories. Some of them I have installed immediately when I got the bike delivered, and some of them I have installed over a period. Some of the accessories I still have them in my mind, which I need to get installed. In the course of time, I'll definitely install them, and we are here to talk about what are the things you must take care when you are getting your new Ninja 1100 SX. Though I'm going to be talking about Ninja specifically, I believe this is more or less something you have to take care when you're getting any sort of bike for the first time. And if you're taking care of these things, I'm sure it will definitely help you in the long run, and it will help you maintain your bike in a good way as well. So let's get into the details of all the accessories, fittings that you will need when you're getting your new bike. To begin with, we got the bike delivered last Jan, and as you all might already know, I directly took the bike to get the PPF installed because I felt that was the most important thing to do, especially with the kind of use that I'm going to have on this motorcycle. It costed me around 27k including the trim coat for the black fiber parts like the mirrors and the rear fender and some of these parts around the midsection of the bike. The main reason why I went for PPF is over a period of time when you're traveling more on the highway, what happens is there is a lot of stone chipping that happens around this area, and there is no way you can correct it until you go for a repainting, which is why the first thing that I installed on the Ninja was the PPF. And this is a self-healing PPF, as you might have seen on the PPF installation video. I got it done from the Detailing Mafia. Now there are a few other branches across Bangalore. I think whichever you find more suitable, you can get it installed there. The next thing I want to talk about is the tank pad installation, tank pad and the grip pads that you get on the sides of your fuel tank. I've not installed any, and as you can see, it's been a year and I've not had any scratches on this because I have PPF, and that's the confidence I have with installing the PPF, because I'm not really worried wherever I park the motorcycle, whether if it's in my office or outside somewhere. I still have my peace because I know that a direct damage on the paint is highly unlikely. And so due to the same reason, I have not installed any tank grips or a tank pad on top here. Things are looking pretty good so far. Will I install it? I don't think so, not at this point. But do you want to install it? Yes, you can. I mean, it does make an aesthetic look, and for those who want a little more sporty look on your bike, a sporty feel when you're riding, you can always go for the tank grips as well. And that's more of a personal choice because this is a touring motorcycle and not a track focused motorcycle, so it really doesn't matter whether you have it or not. And if it's only for protection that you need, well, if you don't have a PPF, you can always install the tank pad and the grip pads on the sides. The next important thing I want to talk about now, this is a must according to me, because without this you are going to be spending a lot of money if your bike falls down. And I'm talking about the frame sliders. I've installed the Puig Pro 2.0 frame sliders, and I got this from the showroom itself. It costed me about 18k, and touch wood, I've not had the opportunity to test them, but I'm sure that they will protect your fairings if at all you drop your bike, especially on the left side. Not so much on the right side, because on the right side we have the exhaust which is extending out a bit more than the frame slider. So while we're talking about this, let me quickly cover about, you will also get exhaust protector, so something like a strap and also an add-on which protrudes from your rear foot peg out, and that is going to save your exhaust. But the stock frame sliders are not really going to protect your exhaust on the right side, but they will still work for your fairing, and that is going to save a lot of money for you. I hope it doesn't come of use to anybody, but getting this installed, it is a must. And while we're talking about the frame sliders, there's just one more thing that I want to mention, which is the engine case that you get. So the engine case really sits on top of the engine section that are out in the open on both the sides. I've not seen many of them installing this, but I think it all depends on how much of a safety freak you are, which is a good thing. It is definitely going to save a lot of hassle and confusion if at all anything bad happens, but otherwise it's up to you. The next accessory I want to talk about is the front fork protectors. So the fork protectors sit on both sides of your front forks, that is on the lower portion of your front forks on both the sides. That is really going to save in case you fall and take a hit while on the move. And there are a lot of brands which give you options on this. There is RNG, there is Puig. The other very important thing that is not going to cost you much, but is going to prolong the life of your front fork seals, is this fork sleeve that you have. So I've got the Moto Trends fork sleeve. You also get Craiga, which is about 2k, and that's a rubber one, and this is definitely going to help you get seals protected for a longer duration. Of course, one thing you do have to keep in mind is get this cleaned and washed once in a while, not to leave it very dirty, especially during the rainy season, because then that is going to scratch your forks. The other very important accessory I want to talk about is this one here, which is the front fender extender. This is from Pyramid. They also have a rear fender extender. Both are really useful. I've installed only the front fender extender because this is going to protect your head pipes and your radiator to a large extent from those stones and dirt hitting up there. So this is really a must according to me. It is going to keep your bike clean and also safe for a long time. The rear fender extender extends about 7 to 8 inches at the back, and it is certainly useful. It will help you keep the back portion and especially your rear suspension and the swing arm areas more clean than what we get just with the stock. So for those who want to go with it, can really go ahead and get that installed. Another very important accessory is the radiator grill, and I do have an installation video of the front fender extender and radiator grill. I got the radiator grill from Evotech Performance, and this is a must. Any motorcycle which has a radiator, I would definitely recommend getting radiator grill or a radiator guard installed, because especially when you're traveling on the highways, it is going to make a lot of difference. And over a period, what happens is the free airflow reduces from those stone chippings, and that's actually going to close down the combs, and the efficiency of your radiator is going to reduce. So this is another must accessory. I've got the most number of queries for my phone mount, and let me show you. What I have here is a fork stem mount, and this is specifically for Kawasaki because this is of a hexa stem mount. I felt this is going to be more sturdy compared to any other. Yes, it is a bit on the expensive side. It's about 5k just for the stem mount, and what I've on top is the ASD phone holder, which I've just installed on the stem mount. So this is about 1200 rupees. This definitely looks a bit bulky. There are a lot of other sleek models. There are quad locks and whatnot out there, but I felt very secure with this model specifically because of the experience that I've had on the Indian roads. Do let me know what you guys think, or if any of you have used the Route 95 stem mount or any other models which you think is apt for our Ninja. One accessory that I want to mention is the charging cable. This is a C2C and it's a fast charging cable from this company called Bayana. It's just 300 bucks. What I found most interesting was the length, which was really apt for our bike. It's not dangling a lot when you leave it out, even when you're not connecting. It's just 10 inches long and it's perfect for our motorcycle. I have here the 8mm spools, and this is from Grand Pit Stop. The premium version of this spool comes with a little more extended part. I've just taken out that extended part and installed only the actual back portion with the nut bolted in there. One thing to keep in mind is you need to specifically get the 8mm spool for this, and as long as your spool is not jetting out a lot, get any good sturdy spools. The metal ones are a little more sturdy and you can feel more confident with them. Just make sure that they don't protrude a lot to the outside, then it will definitely touch and scratch your exhaust on the right side. What I'm using for a stand is the Tarmac paddock stand, and they sit perfectly with this. There is a lot of room for adjustment, and they also come with a pad. I felt it's multi-purpose and does the job really well. Now it's very easy to lube your chains when you're at home using the paddock stand, but what would you really do when you're on travel and if you want to lube your chains? Of course, I've heard some of them saying that they move the bike a bit by bit and clean and lube their chains. That is one thing. Some of them lift their bike and with help from someone rotate and clean their chains and lube them. The other one way, which is definitely better than the other methods, and that is to have a roller stand. So there are two types of roller stands that you might get, one which has a flat cylinder and the other which has a curve in between. Go for the one that has curve in between because your back wheel is definitely going to sit a bit more sturdy on that, and you will be able to clean and lube your chains all by yourself. It will definitely take some strength, but it's definitely more practical than moving your bike front and back, cleaning and lubing, or having someone lift your bike and then lubing your chains when you're on the travel. So it doesn't take much space. It is definitely heavy, about 1 to 2 kgs heavy, but I think it is still worth it. Now, the next thing I wanted to talk about is the foot stand enlarger. So that basically goes at the tip of your stand. It'll definitely help when you're on travel, especially if you want to park the bike on uneven surfaces. This stand, I think, is definitely strong for the bike, but the base is not really enough according to me. So I'm definitely going to get the stand enlarger. I feel that's definitely a must if you're somebody who's touring, given that our terrains are very unpredictable. We don't know when we are gonna hit our bad luck, and I really don't want to get stuck wherever I am. So I definitely carry a puncture kit. I do have the pluggable variation of the puncture kit and also the strip puncture kit, both which I carry. It depends on the kind of puncture or the damage that has gone into the tire. I'll decide which is more viable, and it's something that I've learned to do myself. So along with that, I also carry the portable air compressor. On one full charge, I can definitely fill up both my tires, and if you are considering the capacity of it, it's pretty good. You can definitely run continuously for about 15 to 20 minutes. So that's a good enough time to inflate both your tires if you have a puncture, and you can still keep moving on the road, not be stuck or worry about getting your bike towed out there. Now, based on all the accessories that we have spoken about, there are some accessories which you might find more suitable for you and some you might not need. So it all depends on how much you're ready to spend and what's really more practical for you. I am sharing the links of all the accessories that I've installed on the video description. So that's pretty much about the accessories that we have installed on the Ninja and which I think is most needed or suitable. Now it's up to you. If you have any queries, feel free to get in touch with me and I will definitely try and help you out with the queries that you have. If you want to know any of my setups specifically, do let me know and I will work on that video next. But for now, I hope this video is really helpful, and that's all for now. Thank you very much for watching. I will talk to you all very soon. Take care.